Hi everyone. In this part 5 video of BIM fundamentals everyone should know, we will discuss how BIM tools are classified, what are the BIM tools, what is building execution plan, what is interoperability, and what is IFC file, BIM workflow, and federated model. So let's start. So how are BIM tools classified? This is question number 17. So BIM tools are mainly classified into two. One is BIM authoring tool. It is capable of creating BIM models, 3D intelligent models. And another one is BIM non-authoring tool, which is mainly used for viewing purpose and coordination. So these are the two. One is BIM authoring tool and BIM non-authoring tool. So let's deep dive into BIM authoring tool. What are its capabilities? It has also been asked many a time in the interview. So obviously BIM authoring tools are capable of creating the model, to generate drawing, and create parametric object. So you can understand parametric object means you can add different parameters or like length, breadth, and everything, and you can make the object or the entire model parametric. And you can also handle complex buildings using BIM authoring tools. And very most important thing, this is support interoperability. So we will see what is interoperability later in this video, and obviously allow multiple users to work on a single model. And what are the example of BIM authoring tools? So the very popular one is Autodesk Revit. Mostly it is been used by architectures, structure, and MEP, and Tekla as well, ArchiCAD, and I have listed a few. You can also find many on the online. And if it has been asked to give example for BIM non-authoring tool, just for our understanding, Navisworks Freedom, it is a weaver used for weaving purpose, and Navisworks Manage, it is used for clash coordination, clash detection, and simulation. So these are very common, popular, and easy understandable examples for BIM authoring tool and BIM non-authoring tool. And what are the different types of BIM tool? So initially we have for BIM execution planning, Plannerly is a good example. And there are tools like BIM content management and for BIM modeling. For both Autodesk Revit or Tekla, etc. are a good example. And there is also algorithmic or generative BIM tools that is used to automate repetitive tasks, and Dynamo is a very good example. For BIM analysis and performance, Navisworks. And for BIM collaboration, that is our common data environment platform, BIM 360, or latest ACC, Autodesk Construction Cloud, is a very good example. And for BIM checking and validation, Solibri. And 4D and 5D BIM tools, which is 4D is time and 5D is cost. Again, Navisworks is a good example, and you can also find Vico. So for facility management BIM, UBIM is a good example. So I have just listed only one example. You can find many in the online. So these are all the different types of BIM tools used in the market. And what is BIM execution plan? This is also very important. BIM execution plan is actually a project planning document. So what it do? In this document, it explains how BIM will be used on a project. Suppose you are working on a project, what is the standards we have to follow? Everything being documented as a project planning document. So what it defines what are our BIM goals in this project, and what are the roles and responsibilities here, and what are the BIM standards we have to focus, and what is the sequence of our workflow. So it, and most importantly, it is prepared before or at the start of a BIM project, not after that. Okay. And who uses it? Mostly the clients, consultants, BIM manager, BIM coordinator, they uses it. We can understand BIM execution plan with a simple example. For example, you are working on a residential building project. For that, architectures and the structural team and MEP team is been instructed, or the initial documentation itself is been mentioned. They have to use Autodesk Revit to create their architecture, structure, and MEP models. Once it is done, the BIM coordinator team or the BIM coordination team will use Navisworks for clash coordination and clash detection. Likewise, all the teams should follow the same naming standards for levels, for other things, and the entire workflow. For example, level should be mentioned as L1, L2, L3, or level 1, level 2, level 3, or first floor, second floor, third floor. Like that, the naming standard has been set, and every stakeholder has to use the same naming structures and the naming standards. And this plan is documented in where? In BIM execution plan. Either you will find at the start of the project or before starting the project itself, everything been documented. So this is your building execution plan. And here is the very important topic. What is interoperability in BIM? Interoperability is the capability of BIM different softwares to exchange data. It allows teams using different tools to work together. I will give you a very simple example. So let us say a file which is created or a model created using Revit and a model created using Tekla. It can be open in Revit file or it can open in Tekla. So what we can able to understand, data can be shared even if software is different, software version is different, and even if the company is different, the tools and the companies are different. Example like Revit or Tekla, we can open any model in any software. So in simple words, it means all the BIM softwares are interoperable. We can exchange our models irrespective of their different software versions and the companies. So importantly, interoperability is usually done by using open file format called IFC. Now, what is IFC? IFC is Industry Foundation Class. Actually, it is a file format. For example, all the images we capture, it comes with a file format called JPEG, JPG or GIF. Likewise, to achieve interoperability, the BIM models been using IFC file to share BIM models between different softwares. So in short, IFC help us to achieve interoperability in BIM projects. For example, the architectural team creates Revit model, then they export this model as a .ifc file, and the .ifc file is being sent to the other team like structure or anybody. They open the file on different softwares like Tekla, ArchiCAD, etc. The model will open exactly. So this is what the IFC file do, and this is how we can able to achieve interoperability. And it is developed by Building Smart. IFC is capable of storing both. What? One is the geometry and another one is the data. Simply it means it can also store the shape of the elements and also its properties and its information, etc. In many a times it has been asked, can you explain a BIM project workflow or how you start a BIM project like that? So initially, architectural team or the architects creates the plan. Then based on that, all other trades like the structure and MEP creates their designs. And all these 2D drawings being sent to BIM modeling team where BIM modelers make 3D models. They will use any BIM authoring tools like Revit or Tekla, etc. anything. And then finally, they combine all the model and create a federated model. Then this federated model is sent for clash coordination or BIM coordination, and it is again sent back to the team to make a corrections. There can be clashes with pipe going through the beam, or the duct is passing through the column, or the plumbing pipe is hitting the duct. All these issues been sent. Then what will do? All other stakeholders will sit together. They will try to resolve the clashes, and this process happens again and again and again until a clash-free model is being created. And once it is done, the final output, the final confirmed model is being sent to the construction site as a shop drawing. This is very important. So I have written a summary of the same thing. You can make a note of it. It will be helpful in the interview point of view. So starting from the plan till the shop drawings, it is been asked in the interview. Then it comes, what is a federated model? In simple words, a federated model is a combined BIM model. What does it mean? Initially, all the stakeholders have their own separate files. Architecture team has architectural model, structure have structural intelligent 3D model, MEP teams have their own MEP model. So federated model means we combine all the BIM models by linking every model into one same file of different trades like architecture, structure and MEP. So what is the purpose? The federated model is mainly used for coordination, to run the clashes and to detect the clashes. So this is the ending of the BIM fundamental series. I hope you have learned all the BIM fundamentals which are really been asked in the interview. In the upcoming video, I have just created a step-by-step learning of the following courses. And again, these are all job ready courses. So don't miss. And hey, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you.